Dear class, today let us cover the second part of correction of error. That is correction of error part number 2. This correction of error will be discussing the error which affecting the agreement of trial balance. As we have already discussed it, the error that do not affect the agreement of trial balance. And this part will cover those errors that do affect the agreement of trial balance. As we know that when posting are correct, the total of both trial balance the total of debit and the credit column of the trial balance do agree. But if for some reason it might happen that the error occur in one part of the accounting, therefore the total column of the trial balance do not agree. These errors are revealed by trial balance. And the one thing we have to identify the difference in the trial balance. Those differences will be taken care of the suspect account. This suspect account is the temporary account which used to balance the trial balance. And number 2, after placing the difference in the suspect account, is where we go on with the identification of sources of error. So after identifying the sources of error and rectify those errors we may use an account, a ledger, or we may use a general journal. So the balances of such account become zero after we rectify all error that are affecting those trial balance. Trial balance prepared at the end of the period by the business concerned. As we know, they must agree. Hence, the sum of its debit column and the sum of credit column should be agreed. But if it happens that there is a difference in the new account take care of it. This account is called this account. So if it happens that the debit column is greater than the credit side, so the success account will be on the credit side. Also, if the credit side is greater than debit side, the success account will be on the debit side. So it will take the difference of the total of the debit side and the credit side. And you've already learned that the two sides of the trial balance do not agree because there is some error or errors in the account which is reflected in the success account. The success account is a summarized the account of error. In the other end, we may call it a success account and a summarized account of errors. So by opening a suspect account, this is a temporary solution. As soon as you identify that the debit side and the credit side do not agree, so the difference is taken by suspect account. And if there is an urgent need of preparation of financial statements, you may go on prepare a financial statement. And this work of identifying error come later on. After you identify those errors, if these errors are corrected, the suspect account will have a nil balance. So one point to note is that the suspect account is a result of one-sided error, the error that took place in one ledger. So one-sided error are corrected through suspect account. So in order to complete a double entry, when it happens that only the error occur on only one account, so to rectify it, it means that the double entry goes, the corresponding entry goes to suspect account. Therefore, let us use this as an example to make more illustrations. Kenneth has extracted illustration number one. Kenneth has extracted a trial balance drawn up account for the year ended. So there was a shortage of 70 million 520,000 on the credit side of the trial balance. On the credit side of the trial balance. So the success account is open for that amount. So during the year, it happened that those errors were uncovered. One, there was a sale of goods to Ali, 1,400,000 was correctly entered in the sales, but entered in the personal account as 57,600. So an correct amount entered in a personal account. So again, a private purchase of 6,900,000 using a business fund had been included in the business purchase. So as you can see, the purchases is overloaded with the personal purchase, which should have gone to drawing. Number 3, shillings 3,300,000 received from sale of all the office furniture had been entered in the sales account. So the correct amount was cash, but when it comes where to credit, it goes to sales account. So it inflated this sales amount. And purchases they book had been overcasted. So when they make addition of purchases they book, it means that there is addition of 3,600,000. So again, a bank charge of 2,280,000 entered in the cash book, not being posted into the bank charge accounts. So there were estimation of expenses. So required the required Juno entry to correct this error. A, write up the suspect account, correction of the errors. Then there were reported a profit. We are calculated as 682,200,000. So calculate of the correct figure. So the Juno entry should have appear as follows. So the difference in early account, which enter 57. So have to correct the early account. Originally there were sales to early. So the amount was more than that. So we rectify the figure by taking out addition of 16,200,000 to suspect account. Remember that The figure entered correctly in the sales account, but wrongly. There were additional of 16,200,000 on early account. So we are going to reduce early account. Early account being our data. So we are going to credit early account, the 16,200. Again, because we don't have a corresponding account, so amount goes directly to success accounts. Again, the person who purchased entered into purchases account, so purchases account had more. And you know that purchases account has a debit balance. So we are going to reduce purchases account by 6,900. So we credit purchases account because this would have gone to drawing account, so we are going to debit drawing account. Number 3, these were sales of office furniture. That went to sales account. So we want to reduce amount on sales. So as you know that the sales account has a nature of credit balance. So when we debit sales account, it means that we are going to reduce amount on the sales account. So we debit sales account, that is to reduce amount on sales. Therefore, we credit office furniture disposal. Therefore, number 4, purchases against the debit the suspense account, 3,600,000. The purchases account, 3,600,000. Again, there were unrecorded bank charge. That goes to bank charge account. Because we don't have a corresponding account, that corresponding account goes to suspense account. So when you want to show this in a suspense account, then those differences in the book were on credit side, so we place it on the credit side at the difference from the trial balance, 17,520,000. Again, we took from the journal. So we have to debit suspense account. So we debit suspense account by corresponding account is early, 16,200,000. Again, we debit the suspense account against the purchases accounts with amount 3,600,000. But the last one is the bank charge. It's a bank charge, so we are going to credit suspense account with the bank charges. So if you make a total on this suspense account, you found out that there's a nil balance. So the debit equals the debit totals equal the credit totals. So again, this way goes to a rectification of the profit if it's happened that the profit was already being calculated. So our net profit reported before correction was 682,200. But purchases that goes to drawing, purchases that originally were not part of purchases, we are drawing, and then we add purchases overcast. Again, we took sales overcasted by office furniture, but again, there is a bank charge. So the corrected net profit become 687,120,000. So this again makes the end of our presentation. Thank you very much.